Hello. It's relatively easy to translate contract for the word contrato in Spanish. However, general contract law concepts such as agreement and contract have their equivalent concepts in Spanish. Hello, my name is Jose Jasso. I have over 10 years of experience in cross-cultural and bilingual legal practice. I'm here to help you understand legal terminology in Spanish. Let's begin. So, contract can literally be translated as contrato in Spanish. That's fairly easy. But don't let this simple translation trick you. Let's step back a little. So, we have to understand several concepts. First, the word agreement. Agreement is defined in English as a mutual understanding between two or more persons about their relative rights and duties regarding past or future performances. And contract is an agreement between two or more parties creating obligations that are enforceable or otherwise recognizable at law. Therefore, an agreement, if enforceable, it's called a contract, right? So the concept agreement is broader than the concept of contract. In Spanish, we have similar concepts. One is convenio, which, as defined in Spanish, is the agreement between two or more persons to create, assign, modify, or terminate obligations. And the concept contract, which is the agreement that creates or assigns duties and rights. So, the word convenio is broader than the word contract. Contract is a type of convenio. Contrato is a type of convenio. The difference between convenio and contract is that the contract or contrato in Spanish, it's only used to describe the agreement that creates or assigns obligations. So, if we're to create an agreement to terminate obligations or to modify another agreement, we will call that convenio in Spanish. So, let's look at this from a practical standpoint. So, in this case, we have, as an example, an agreement. This is an agreement subject to the laws of the state of Minnesota. This services agreement it's an enforceable contract because it complies with certain requirements under the law by which it is governed. This services agreement will be called in Spanish not as a convenio but as a contract, right? So this would be un contrato de prestación de servicios. Services agreement, in this case we translate the word agreement for contrato. This services agreement will be translated to Spanish as a contrato de prestación de servicios. Let's look at an example. I will show you a similar agreement in Spanish. It's not a translation of the previous one. It's a different agreement, but written in Spanish. This is Contrato de Prestación de Servicios Profesionales, a professional services agreement. So I want to point out the difference between translating agreement into contrato. So if we were to draft or prepare or read a termination agreement, termination agreement, we will translate agreement into Spanish not as contrato, but rather as convenio. So the translation of termination agreement would be a convenio de terminación. Okay, and if we had an amendment agreement, similarly, we would translate that as a convenio de modificación or convenio modificatorio. Modificatorio. Okay? So, I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. And remember, you can download your legal Spanish guide at legal-spanish.com. Thanks.